Hi. Hey, Christian, do you value human life? You claim to. You talk all the time about the sanctity of life, but are you really sure you believe this life has value? Let's see. You believe in the pagan god of the Israelis. You think he's all good and then he cares about you, right? Well, does he value human life? If not, then how can you really value it since you have to be like he is? Let's figure this out. Why did your God make humans? Well, it was the same reason he did everything. It was to glorify himself. He isn't ashamed to tell us that. Everything he created for himself, Colossians 1:16. So our lives are valuable to him. That we see. Because, well, obviously he's a narcissist. John 7:18 says that someone who speaks about himself is seeking his own glory. And Yahweh speaks about himself constantly, telling us how great he is. And everything we do is, according to 1 Corinthians 10:31, also supposed to be for his glory. So everything anybody does is to glorify him. We're nothing. We're just clay. Clay he can create and mold and then crush under his feet anytime he desires. Listen to this. I mean, really listen and think about it. Romans 9:19 through 23. And I'm going to paraphrase. You'll say to me, why does he yet find fault with us? For we have who's resisted his will. But no, O man, you that reply against God, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why have you made me like this? Yeah, I think we can. Doesn't he have power? Potter? Doesn't the potter have power over the clay of the same lump to make, on purpose now, because, he doesn't make mistakes, to make one vessel for honor and another vessel for dishonor? He makes the vessel for dishonor. Doesn't the potter have power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel? Well, I'm repeating myself. I have that down twice. Sorry. What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, which he made, and then he has to endure them. Oh, the poor thing. That he might make known, because that's the only way he knows how to do it. The only way he knows how to do this, make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared. He prepared them for glory. So, I mean, isn't that right? You make some people for dishonor so that you can burn them or whatever and, punish them because somehow, I don't know. Anyway, saving us or destroying us is no different to him. It all glorifies him in his own little mind, and that's his goal. That's really all he cares about, himself. If indeed your God is real and the Bible is true, he made us humans to be his slaves, to do both his good and his evil. Like when he hardened the Pharaoh's heart, so he would do evil. Our whole job is to obey him no matter what, which he thinks makes him look good or glorifies him. He doesn't want us to think for ourselves or follow the brains he gave us. He doesn't value our brains that he made. He doesn't value our mind that he also made. He doesn't want us to live our lives our way. He wants us to give up our life, the only one we have, and submit it to him. How does that value us? The only value in that is for him. And you're even willing to say, I am nothing. I'm here only to serve and be what you want, my Lord. So no, I don't think you value human life either. To you as it is to him, your life and my life are only for him. Again, to make him feel good and look good. We don't matter. It's all about him. You consider yourself and all humans to be nothing. You say that. Without Jesus, I am nothing. I've heard you. By the way, I want you to think about why you worship an evil being who wants absolutely nothing but praise and adoration. Anything goes, any evil, as long as he wants it, because in his mind and yours, it's all good if it's what he wants. Praise me, praise me, praise me. That's all your God is in it for. And what's good about that? There is no goodness in desiring and demanding praise and complete obedience to arbitrary rules, and sometimes even evil rules. What made you think that's good? And especially good enough that you throw away your entire existence to praise that being. And yes, many of you believe your God plans to burn most of us humans. So much for valuing human life, huh? And you assent to this burning. You think it's good. You think those who won't bow to your despot are evil and rebellious and deserve to suffer eternally. Shoot, you even approve of death as a penalty for humans for telling one lie. Yes, you do. Ananias and Sapphira are proof. Many of you think that this couple not only deserved to have their lives revoked, but they also deserve to burn forever for telling one lie. As if you haven't told many. How in the name of sanity do you consider this to be moral or loving, or worthy of praise and glory, or valuing human life? And by the way, where was Yahweh's patience for these people? You know that great patience he has that, he's waiting because he just has so much patience. He wants people to repent. But he didn't give them a chance, did he? But it gets worse. Some of y'all think a human should die for being homeless or mentally ill. To you, the only thing humans are worth is to shore up the ego of your God. And I guess homeless people don't do that. Maybe it makes him look bad, no glory for him, because he said he provides for us, yet he doesn't. Oh, one other way you devalue life is to wish it away so you can have a different life. In the sweet by and by, you aren't happy with this one. You devalue it. Y'all like to say, if I'm wrong, I lose nothing. But if you're wrong, you lose everything. Are you sure about that? You've already lost your integrity by worshiping an evil despot. And you've lost the right to your own life, the only one you know you'll ever have. And if Yahweh's real, but Jesus isn't the Messiah, which is a possibility, and makes you wrong, well, Yahweh ain't going to be happy about y'all worshiping a human being. I can tell you that right now. You don't value life on the earth at all, Christians. You value only worshiping a monster and making his life the way he wants it. You devalue human life by agreeing with this God you serve who devalues human life. Humanity's only value is its service to him. When he quits wanting that service, he destroys the life. I mean, you even say that. You say people are alive because he wants them alive, because he has some use for them. Thank you, Yahweh, for waking me up this morning. And yeah, when he can't use humans for his own purposes, he snuffs out their lives. Your God has no regard for the life of humans, and neither do you. Human life has absolutely no value in your religion. Not to you and not to your God, as saving it and destroying it are equally glorious to him, as I already said, and which is all that matters to him. You can yell from the rooftops that you do value human life because your God does, but your God, his book, your other words, and your behavior deny it. Thank you all. Bye.